Welcome back to me claiming that my base is in black and white and then proceeding to build the most colorful thing I've ever built in my entire life. Yeah. So we are back and we're gonna fix that a little bit today because over the last few episodes I've built some very colorful things. We're gonna get back to kind of building in that grayscale type format and the kind of noir vibe we've got on this city because we are going to be building four. I think it was four. I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, I think it's 4 buildings. And we're going to be building them up near where we've got the town hall up here. They're just going to run just like... Well, one day. But they're just going to kind of run along here. They're not going to be anything super important apart from like not any major landmark buildings or anything, except we are going to have like a police station here and we're going to have like a helicopter on the roof. It's going to be cool. But apart from that, they're just going to be some like generic kind of skyscraper looking thing. I mean, they're not skyscrapers, they're not ridiculously tall. This kind of central, this is going to be like the center of the city, and in this section it's not going to go too ridiculously tall. This isn't going to be the tall section. The tall sections of the city are going to be like the financial district and like the entertainment district. This is going to be like relatively shorter in comparison, so like I'm hesitant to call the buildings we're going to be building skyscrapers because they're really not. I mean, they're taller than this, but they're also not ridiculously tall. Like they're probably only like another third on top of this. So yeah, I've got those designed, and we might as well get straight to it because I've got all the resources here. And yeah, I mean, we might as well. We might as well. So there we go. That is 3 new buildings built for the city, and you will be so proud of me. So proud of me. Look, no shulker box mess left over. I have cleaned up the chest monster of resources I had here, and I sorted it all. I put it in my storage system. I built my storage system fully intending for it to just get completely lost within like 2 episodes. Here we are, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, I can't even remember. Anyway, we're here, and I'm actually using it. Whoever saw that coming? We have these buildings, and there are some very fun ones. So I don't think I've really mentioned it up until now, but this kind of portion of the city where we've got the city hall, this is going to be like the main like kind of like government buildings and kind of the central office building type place. Not like the CBD. That's going to be off to the side a little bit. I've mapped out the entire city in which each section of the city is actually going to be, so that's fun. But yeah, no, so this is just like very like government formal, and that's why too everything is very kind of light. Like I've used stone primarily for most of these. By the time we get to like the kind of dingier, darker back alleys of the city, I'm going to use a lot darker block palettes mainly. But for here, because it's kind of out in the open, big open area here, this is going to be like a big park or something. I haven't actually decided yet. You know, a lot lighter buildings. So yeah, we should walk through which ones. I'm going to start over here. So these 2 buildings don't really have anything specific in mind for them. Okay, my internet has been so bad as of late. I need to like sort that out, like genuinely. These 2 buildings here, I don't really have any specifics in mind for them. This is just kind of like, you know, generic office buildings, and like there isn't much detail on the sides because there's going to be more along here and no interiors. It's a mob farm though. That's fun. Um, so yeah, very very basic. I know I mentioned this in my video when we did the city hall, but because we aren't using color, I have to try to make interesting shapes a bit. So that's why we've got a lot of like walls and stairs and iron bars. Um, yeah. I will say, I'm recording this like 2 days after the cushions have been revealed. I have thoughts on them, but I can't wait for them to be added purely just so I can get like interesting little bits of shape for the city. I don't love them. I think they really need to be tweaked, but you know, I think there's aspects of them that we can use in the city to make it a lot better. But I'm not going to be insane with them. I have very strong opinions on the cushions, and for the most part, I don't like them. I'm going to be using them very sparingly. I'm tempted to make a video on saying how I don't like them. The more I look at them, I mean, like my first impressions were good, but no, the more I look at them, I'm like, no, I don't like these things. But you know, used sparingly, they can be all right. And in the city, I have a few ideas. These two buildings, you know, this sensor of this one just shapes and like kind of like a side profile that's somewhat interesting. But yeah, they're just very generic, like office buildings. Here is the actual like I don't want to say themed, but like purposeful one. This is like a big police station. Now, I'm not going to be doing interiors for every building because I'm insane, but I'm not that insane. But this is one building I do want to do an interior for eventually, mainly just because I want to build like a whole bunch of pop culture references. I want to have one floor be like the 99th precinct from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then another one be like the police place from Dexter. I have ideas, and I just want to make pop culture reference interiors because I think that's funny. But yeah, no, big police station, and you got the entrance here. But the interesting part comes around the back here, which is my favorite, well, one of my favorite parts. We come around the back here. There's big gates. I need to get a whole bunch of candles because I was putting candles in the design kind of along these to create like a barbed wire impression. I like the way that looks, but yeah, we've got a whole bunch of police cars. I don't build vehicles very often. Like I want to build more vehicles, and I'm glad we're doing the city so I can. Yeah, dude. But yeah, we got like police cars along here. Ignore me, just okay. Yeah, we've got a few, and we've got like little signs on them. It's difficult to do them at this scale, and it's especially difficult to do them in grayscale. But I really like the way they turned out. I think I might tweak one or two of them, maybe make them a bit more different because you know they're all the exact same, and I want to have a bit of uniqueness to them. Especially too, we've got two spots missing, so I'm going to build another one out in the city somewhere because this one's just driving out. But if we fly up to the roof, if the game's gonna let me. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, we've got just like signs with carpets on top of them here for the kind of lines on the road, which I really love that build technique. I've been wanting to use it for a while, and we finally get to use it in the city. But yeah, we fly up to the roof, and we've got like a big antenna for like radio, like police communications, I guess. We've got here, which once I build the interior, there'll be like stairs that come up, and you can access the roof through the building. But over here, we have my absolute pride and joy, my favorite thing I've built in the city so far. Yeah, these buildings don't care. This helicopter, I don't know why. I just love it. I've always wanted to build a helicopter, and I have now fulfilled that wish. So we've got like a police helicopter on the roof of the station, which is it's fun. It's fun. They can use the helicopter now. I say they like there's other anyone else who lives in this city. It's just me. I'm going insane. Was originally in this video just going to focus on stuff in the city, because I usually like to go either base stuff or other stuff. I don't usually like to do both in the same episode. I mean, it happens. I do both in the same episode sometimes, but I try not to usually, just because I usually try to focus on one or the other. But there has been a development. So if you remember, we have a president this season. I didn't. So yeah, Twaj is president this season, and we're like, when did the season start? Like December? We're in July. What's that? 8 months? 7 months? 8 months? We're like 8 months into the season, and there's still no presidential HQ, and that's on me. I told her I'd build it, and I keep procrastinating and forgetting and working on other stuff because I keep being distracted. Um, but we have scheduled a meeting for tomorrow as I'm recording this. So I need to build an HQ for the meeting. I don't know if I'm going to get an interior done, but I can certainly get the exterior done. Um, So I should probably do that. I'm going to go to the shopping district and build it. We're gonna do. If you remember last season, she built a kind of like a little Regina George type house. Because remember the whole Twagina George Mean Girls aesthetic. She built like the little Regina George house, and we're gonna go very similar block palette and very similar style. But I wanted to go a bit taller, a bit more grand. And I've had an idea for something called like a big stained glass window with like a warden mouth in it. It's fun. I like the idea, and it suits her. So we're gonna build it. And so let's just get to the shopping district and build it. Excuse me, I'm trying to start a clip here. Good. So as we walk along the bridge here, I've framed this perfectly. I've centered it perfectly along the bridge here. So as we walk up to it, the entrance is perfectly centered, and it kind of frames it nicely. I mean, not perfectly because it's got that bit off to the side, but like it frames like the main section nicely. And yeah, we've got our Twagina George base for season 3. There's nothing in it except for a child who's coming to kill me. I'm gonna kill you first. Lovely. Yeah, we have our, well, her. Well, I mean our, because I'm her assistant. We have our our HQ for season 3, and as you can see, I've gone with very pink color palette, but I've also added a lot of cyan and blue. Not a lot, but kind of highlights in of cyan and blue, just to add that pop of color because it was kind of missing something. And yeah, this is our HQ. Again, no interior. I have plans. We're gonna have like her office up here. I'm gonna explain this fully next episode anyway. So I've missed a block. I have to remember to place that before the meeting, otherwise she will call me out on it. But yeah, I'm planning on having like the floor in here and like a big throne of crafting tables almost. So like she sits on the throne and get the window behind her and crafting. I think that will just look cool. But yeah, well, you know, we've got like the courtyard here, and also I've got like a greenhouse here. I have a problem. I just add greenhouses to things when I can't think of stuff to add to it. Like this wall was getting very kind of bare. So I thought, yeah, greenhouse. I just like building greenhouses. Speaking of cousin house, I'm thinking too. Um, I've come up with an idea. Like there's like the White House for the president in America. Why don't we call this the Pink House? Because it is a house and it is pink. So this shall henceforth be known as the Pink House. So yeah, that is it. I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth on it next episode because we're gonna have that meeting to start next episode. I just needed to get this done first because I left it very late. But yeah, that is it, and that is going to be it for the video as well. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next one if you choose to watch it.